That way, if they did attempt to kill me or kill me like they killed Michael Jackson.
These will be my final show performances in London. This will be it. This is it. And when I say this is it, it really means...
It shouldn't be a situation where they own the album or the work. We're talking about intellectual copyright. If they're going to be indeed a delivery service, then that's fine. But even FedEx doesn't say that they own the thing that they ship.
It's been 15 years since we lost Michael Jackson, the king of pop, and 8 years since we said goodbye to another legend, Prince. However, the mystery surrounding their deaths is still talked about today. Many people think that both Michael Jackson and Prince had a feeling that something bad might happen to them. Some say they believed this because they stood up to powerful people in the music industry who wanted to control their music and make a lot of money from it. This idea has sparked a lot of talk and speculation over the years.
It is saying you believe it may have been murder. Still think that?
Absolutely.
Why?
Absolutely.
Why are you so sure?
I would never, ever think differently. Because first of all, Michael told me that they were going to murder him.
Both Prince and Michael Jackson hinted in interviews multiple times that they believed the entertainment industry was not what it seemed, describing it as full of illusions and suggesting that famous people were being manipulated by more powerful forces behind the scenes. Some current artists, like Kanye West, have openly stated their belief that both MJ and Prince were taken out, and that any celebrity who challenges the industry's control will meet a similar fate. This raises questions about what MJ and Prince knew about the industry, and whether they tried to warn the public about it. Let's explore their insights further.
Ultimately, it keeps us apart, and it keeps the people in power in charge of us.
Recently, there's been a lot of talk about Michael Jackson because Sony recently bought a big part of his music catalog. This made many of MJ's fans upset because everyone knows how much Michael hated Sony and how hard he fought to keep control of his music. Just earlier this month, Sony confirmed that they made a deal to get half of Michael Jackson's music. This deal is being called the biggest ever for a musician's songs. Reports say it's worth over 1.2 billion, some even say it could be as high as 1.5 billion. So, Sony is paying at least 600 million for part of those famous songs. But MJ's fans aren't happy about it because they remember how MJ spoke out against Sony and its former boss Tommy Mottola just a few years before he passed away.
Being the artist that I am at Sony, I've generated several $1 billion for Sony. Several billion. And they really thought that my mind is always on music and dancing, and it usually is, but they never thought that this performer, myself, would outthink them.
Yeah!
Fans also have suspicions about John Branca, who is the co-executive of Michael Jackson's estate. MJ fired John Branca twice, once in 1990 and again in 2003. So, it doesn't sit well with Michael's fans that this man is now involved in managing MJ's estate. But that's just the beginning. Many members of Michael's family say that MJ was genuinely afraid for his life and tried to warn them that powerful people might try to harm him to get control of his music catalog. We all know that Dr. Conrad Murray was found guilty of giving Michael too much of a powerful sedative, which led to MJ's death. However, many people still believe that Dr. Murray was just a small part of a bigger plan orchestrated by influential figures in the music industry who wanted to take over MJ's music. There's suspicion surrounding Michael Jackson's choice of Dr. Conrad Murray because MJ didn't personally select him. Murray was brought in just a month before Michael passed away, and it was part of a deal with AEG Live, the company promoting MJ's concerts in London. During the trial, it was revealed that Michael didn't even sign Murray's job contract. Many members of the Jackson family, including Michael's daughter Paris, have raised doubts about the official story. Paris even accused AEG Live of overworking performers. These doubts grew stronger when a publication released notes allegedly written by MJ in the weeks before his death. In one note, Michael expressed fear for his life, saying, "The system wants to force my catalog." Another note mentioned AEG Live putting too much pressure on him for the tour, which made him uneasy. In 2010, Michael's 3 kids and his mother, Catherine Jackson, sued AEG Live.